Hey guys, Victoria here and welcome to the Geeky Sandbox. As you can see behind me, I have my Spider-Man blanket to keep me comfortable and safe during this Slender Man trailer reaction. That's right, the lore is finally coming to screen. So all of you Slender Man fans can rejoice. The rest of us that are terrified can be terrified. But no, yeah, I'm really interested to see how this trailer affects me. I haven't seen anything of it yet, no clips or anything like that. So I'm kind of excited to see if I'm gonna actually be a little creeped out. So this movie is set to be released in 2018, which is this year. It feels so weird saying that. So it'll be released sometime this year, maybe Halloween, October is kind of what I'm betting on, because why not, right? After the trailer reaction, we'll go over the actors and we'll even go over the Slender Man lore for some of you who don't know it. Without further ado, let's get started.
Where is my daughter? People don't just disappear.
They do in this movie.
He gets in your head. Like a virus.
Oh my god.
It's him.
All right, guys, let's talk about it. Okay, initial thoughts. There was some very interesting and disturbing imagery within the trailer, and those are the types of things that gets me, the kinds of things that makes my skin crawl, like maggots, and ooh. The idea of Slender Man also freaks me out too, and we're gonna get into the lore after I talk about the actors. I'm not quite sure how great it's gonna be. I really want it to be great, so I really don't know how I feel about it. If you don't know the story of Slender Man, then I'm not even sure how that trailer came across to you. Maybe leave me a comment and let me know. But there's not much context there. They just, then again, it's the first trailer, so I understand they're not trying to give a ton away. But I guess in order to grab interest, there could have been a little bit more within the trailer to kind of get people who don't know the lore, and honestly, even people who know the lore, hype about the movie. And like I said, who knows, maybe there'll be more things that they release in order to get people ready for the movie. But it all depends on when that movie is going to be released this year. I feel so bad for laughing near the end. Like, they kind of had me at least interested in the visuals and the idea of what was happening up until they did that stock laugh with the child laughing. So it kind of threw me off. So, I don't know, maybe it was just for the trailer. Hopefully within the movie they don't have any of those kind of canned sound effects that'll like pull you out of the movie, but we'll see. One of the producers of the movie is named Brad Fisher, and he actually produced one of my favorite movies, Zodiac, with Robert Downey Jr., Mark Ruffalo, Jake Gyllenhaal, like the loves of my life. But one of the things that I think is very interesting is who it was directed by. Sylvain White, he's actually directed and been a part of several other movies that are very different than Slender Man. Like he's helped with Stump the Yard, The Losers, The Americans, Lethal Weapon, the TV show that's on right now, Rush Hour, Hawaii Five-0, Empire, and the thing that I think is the closest to Slender Man, but still isn't exactly close enough, is Sleepy Hollow, which was a TV show. But yeah, just looking at his resume, he's done, like, his genre kind of falls into crime and action thriller. So I'm really interested to see what he does with Slender Man, and maybe I'll go back and see which episode of Sleepy Hollow he directed, and maybe that'll give me and probably you some insight into what he's gonna do with this movie as a whole. So I believe there's 5 main characters, but I know 4 of them so far. Joey King, which most of you know, she's done several movies. For example, I think the latest movie that you all can see that she's been in was Wish Upon with the Wishing Box, and that wasn't one of my favorite movies, but it will give you some insight into her acting abilities. And another recent example is she was on the TV show The Flash, and she played a villain. I can't remember the name. And then you have Julia Goldoni Tells, who was in a TV show called Bunheads, and I believe it was on ABC Family before it became Freeform. And though that show didn't make it, I think she did a pretty good job within that show. And then you have Annalise Basso. Most notably, she's done the Ouija movies, so check those out if you want to see what Annalise is capable of. And then we have Jazz Sinclair, which she gave me one of the biggest scares in this trailer. Whatever she did with that scalpel, I just really hope she really didn't just shove it through her face. I don't know, that kind of made me cringe. So I'm kind of weirdly looking forward to see how that whole scene plays out. But anyways, Jazz Sinclair was in the movie Paper Towns. She was also in the Netflix show called Easy. And she was in the movie called When the Bow Breaks. She plays the surrogate in the movie. So last but definitely not least is Javier Botet. And he's played in movies such as The Conjuring, and he played the Cricket Man. He was in Alien Covenant, and he played a xenomorph. He was also in It, and he played the hobo. And last but not least, he's gonna be in Insidious: The Last Key, playing the Key Man. So as you know, a lot of those roles are physically demanding, and you know, you need someone who has the body type for these roles. And there's actually something interesting about Javier Botet that some of you may not know. He has a genetic disorder known as Marfan syndrome, which affects the body and the way it grows and things like that. And, you know, instead of letting that just keep him down, it's very interesting that he was able to take that and just, I don't know, go out and get some interesting roles. And so it's worked for him over the past few years, and some of you may have seen him in movies and didn't know you did, but I'm excited to see what he does as Slender Man in this movie. They made the perfect choice for him. He looks good in a suit, so, and as we know, Slender Man may or may not be wearing a suit, so. And before I wrap up this video, Slender Man, which is also known as the Tall Man, which is also known as the Thin Man, is this creepy mythical lore that has spawned many video games, theories, websites, and short films and things like that. So what else should we know about Slender Man before we watch this movie? He's a supernatural creature with defined characteristics and abilities. He appears to look like a human, but we're not really sure if he has like the social characteristics of a human. Does he understand human language? Does he understand human beings? And he also He acts in a passive aggressive manner. He'll stalk his victims for many years before he actually takes them or kills them. So that's very interesting for a horror movie. I'm kind of interested to see how they display that on the screen, because, you know, you only have a certain amount of time. I'm wondering if that's kind of what we saw in the trailer, some of them being tortured over the years. Maybe that's why she was in a mental hospital. Maybe she's been tortured since she was a kid. But, you know, there's only one way to find out, which is to watch the movie. Or, you know, if it's not going to be your thing, then just kind of wait for a review. There are a lot of people who actually believe in Slender Man. I haven't experienced anything like that, so I don't believe in Slender Man, but I wonder what you think. Do you believe in Slender Man? Do you believe in this movie? Leave your comments down below. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a like rating, and If you're new to my channel in 2018, which I've said 2018 for the 2018th time, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can get more videos like this one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.